Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome once again to another webisode of Bizverds. And आज का एपिसोड हमारे लिए बहुत खास है क्योंकि हमने फनवर्क्स ने कुछ 3 हफ्ते पहले एक आइडिया सोचा था। उसमें हमने ये सोचा था कि हम मिलेनियल्स की बहुत बात करते हैं। अक्सर औकात हम देखते हैं आर्टिकल्स बहुत सारे मिलेनियल्स पे, बट देयर इज अनदर जनरेशन दैट इज कमिंग राइट आफ्टर अस, दैट इज जनरेशन जी। एंड जनरेशन जी के बारे में हम खास तौर पे आज बात करने लगे हैं। और आज का जो बिजवर्ड्स है इसका खास तौर पे आज का अनवान भी ये है, आज का टॉपिक भी ये है, आज की बातें भी यही हैं। एंड व्हाट वी रियली कॉल इट इज एन इंक्विजिटिव जर्नी इनटू फ्यूचर। एंड टुडेज थीमेटिक एरिया दैट वी कैन टॉक अबाउट इज रिस्पेक्ट, व्हाई एंड हाउ। तो कहने को तो ये एक 7 अल्फाबेट्स वाला वर्ड है, बट इफ put nicely, if put perfectly, it can elevate any relationship to any level. With me today, I have 3 special guests, and I'm so grateful that they're here with us. I have Karamally with us today. I have Marium Aunali with us today, and I have Yahya Mazhar with me here today. All 3 are Generation Z. All 3 are Gen Z. And what we're going to talk about is mostly what this generation really sees when we talk about respect. So without further ado, I would like to first start with introduction. So my first request is to Kes to first quickly introduce himself to all the viewers who are watching us.
My name is Karamally. I am 16 years old. Just a short intro. I love cricket. I'm a big fan. You can call me a crazy cricket fan, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are somebody who is really into cricket. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect, Kes. Thank you so much for being here with us, and thank you so much for
Thank you
accepting
for
our
having me.
invitation.
Thank you for having me.
Beautiful. Good to have you, Kes. Next, I would like to ask Mariam to please introduce herself.
Hi, I'm Mariam. I'm 17 and I really like music. That's like my main personality trait, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, and I play a few instruments, but ज़्यादातर सुनने का बहुत शौक है.
Beautiful. So I have one person who's a crazy cricket fan. I have somebody who's a lot into music. Next, I would like to ask Yahya Mazhar to please introduce himself.
Hey guys, my name is Yahya Mazhar. I am 20 years old. I'm studying law, and I'm a crazy sports fan. No matter basketball, football, cricket, I can watch any sport anytime. And I'm a big movie buff. So anything related to movies, I can watch it anytime.
Beautiful. Great. And I'm so glad कि हमारे पास एक डाइवर्सिटी भी मौजूद है आज के शो के लिए। और आज के शो का जो लोग हमें देख भी रहे हैं और जो लोग हमें सुन भी रहे हैं फिलहाल, जस्ट अ बिग डिस्क्लेमर कि आज मैं बात करने नहीं वाला हूँ, मैं कोई ज्ञान नहीं बांटने वाला। It's my guest who's going to talk, and I'm just going to ask questions, and I'm just going to host the whole discussion. So let's quickly start with our theme. So our thematic area today is the respect, the why and the how. And I would like to first ask my question from Mariam. Mariam, if I ask you, how would you define respect? क्या है respect आपकी नजर में?
Honestly, to me, respect fundamentally just means treating other people the way you would want to be treated yourself. I mean, izzat dikhana, right? So being courteous, being kind, and being the kind of person to others that you would want other people to be with you. So generally being respectful.
Wow. So कहीं ना कहीं से
in simple terms.
treatment. It's a treatment. कि आप किसको किस तरह
Yeah.
treat कर रहे हैं. Correct. Beautiful.
For sure, yeah.
Yes, what do you think? What's respect for you?
For me, respect is about understanding and valuing someone's importance, and it's also being courteous and kind and polite to another person. And also, it's great to see how respect has so many aspects within it.
Yeah, that's beautiful said. That's beautifully said, Cass. Thank you for sharing that. Yeah, respect. What is it?
Respect, मेरे लिए personally, it's an obligation towards everyone of every age, every gender. You have to show everyone respect. No matter वो आपसे छोटा है, वो आपसे 50 साल बड़ा भी क्यों ना हो, you have to respect everyone that comes your way. That's how you will earn your respect too.
Beautiful.
For sure, yeah.
Well, that is respect according to our guests. Now I would like to point out to our people who are watching us. So again, अगर आप हमें सुन रहे हैं, आप हमें देख रहे हैं फिलहाल, तो अपना नाम और अपनी जगह या अपनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन या अपनी सिटी या अपनी स्कूल या अपना जो भी इंस्टीट्यूशन आप बिलोंग करते हैं वो ज़रूर बताइएगा, ताकि मेरे साथ साथ हमारे गेस्ट भी जान सकें कि कौन कौन हमें देख रहे हैं, कौन कौन हमें सुन रहे हैं। तो कहीं ना कहीं से रिस्पेक्ट, आपने कहा कि जी रिस्पेक्ट जो है वो ट्रीटमेंट की बात है, मरियम ने कहा, कैस ने कहा कि इट्स अबाउट वैल्यू सिस्टम, कि हम क्या वैल्यूज देते हैं। यहाया ने कहा कि एक ऑब्लिगेशन है जो कि इररिस्पेक्टिव ऑफ द एज, जेंडर, नेशनैलिटी, आपको देना ही देना है लोगों को। सो व्हाइल दैट इज देयर, जब हम समझते हैं कि रिस्पेक्ट के सारे एलिमेंट है, जब हम बात करते हैं, माय क्वेश्चन टू फर्स्ट आस्क यहाया अबाउट दिस, दैट इज बीइंग रिस्पेक्टफुल an auto response, or do we need to learn from it? What do you think, Yahya?
Generally, I think it's an auto response because we've all had our education from schools, which have taught us how to respect our teachers, peers, the peons, the guard, and at home also. Respect is enforced in you since basically from the time you grow up. So it's an automated response. I don't think you can learn how to respect people. I think it comes within yourself and how what you've been taught.
Interesting. So you're saying ये कहीं ना कहीं से ये खुद ही आता है और इसको सिखाया नहीं
Yeah,
जाता है। Interesting.
yeah.
मरियम, मुझे बात बताएं, जब रिस्पेक्ट की हम बात करते हैं और जब एल्डर्स की बात करते हैं, what do you think? Respect, formality, do you think there's any difference about this? Yes, no, maybe?
I don't think there's necessarily a difference between respect and formality. मतलब I guess adults के साथ तो एक automatically एक अलग level of respect आती है because obviously they're older to you and you need to be a little bit respectful. But I think formality then कभी लोग misuse करते हैं as a word and they take it in the sense of rather than being informal, they're disrespectful. तो line there's a fine line between the two and I feel like ये word cross कर देते हैं काफी times and even with adults, even with youngers, I mean उसका I guess एक main example would be school settings, मतलब टीचर के साथ बदतमीजी करना, टीचर के साथ informality के नाम पर ऐसी चीजें करना that would be inappropriate, which I've noticed in school as well and I feel like वो oftentimes in some cases it's not the same but in some cases थोड़ी सी formality maintain करनी पड़ती है because otherwise you can't talk to them in a way that is what would be inappropriate. I think social setting भी देखकर बात करनी पड़ती है, so there's a lot of factors that influence it.
Interesting. कैस, मरियम कह रही है कि सोशल सेटिंग का एक बहुत बड़ा रोल होता है रिस्पेक्ट के अंदर। व्हाट डू यू थिंक अबाउट दिस? क्या ये होता है कि हम लोग अपनी सोसाइटी को देख के रिस्पेक्ट डिफाइन करते हैं कि इस सोसाइटी में है तो शायद फॉर्मेलिटीज नहीं है, या इस पर्टिकुलर सेटिंग में है तो ज़्यादा फॉर्मेलिटीज है? व्हाट डू यू थिंक अबाउट दिस, कैस?
Yeah, I completely agree. We are like different ways of respecting different groups of people. You can simply compare the way you talk to your family members. You maintain a good eye contact. You try to look and respond right away. But in front of your friends, you don't really want to maintain eye contact. Some people just not focus while they're talking to the friends. They don't give them the respect. So I completely agree that there are very different types of respect we give to people in different surroundings.
Interesting.
And I would,
continue.
I would
please.
like to add on Yaya's statement also.
Yeah.
So as Yahya said, it is auto response. I completely agree with that because I really believe it depends on the way you've been brought up and the environment you live in. For example, if I give one personal example, when I was a child, my parents always used to talk to me using आप. Like कैसे आप ये कर लें, कैसे आप यहाँ चले जाएं, instead of saying कैसे तुम वहाँ जाओ, कैसे तुम यहाँ जाओ. So these basic things really matter. This is why I believe it is an auto response.
हाँ, so कहीं ना कहीं से पेरेंट्स ने जिस तरह आपसे बात की और आपसे आप जनाब से बात की, तो कहीं ना कहीं से आप में भी ये आई फीचर्स कि आप भी लोगों से आप जनाब में बात करते हैं। इंटरेस्टिंग। यहाया, सोसाइटी की जब हम बात कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे, और कहीं ना कहीं से आपको लगता है कि लोग बहुत ही सिलेक्टिव हैं रिस्पेक्ट के साथ, कि जस्ट बिकॉज एक को रिस्पेक्ट मिलेगी, एक को नहीं मिलेगी, सुपरफिशियल थिंग्स को लेकर रिस्पेक्ट ज़्यादा दी जा रही है बनिस्बत नहीं? व्हाट डू यू थिंक?
Basing on the time and era we're living in right now, I think respect is only given when it's coming back from the same person as well. मतलब अगर आप respect तभी दोगे जब वो आपको respect वापस देगा. So basically it is a give and take. So हर बंदे का अपना अपना होता है, and yeah, it's people are selective. Yeah, it's based on the other person's response. So how you respond is how you want to get treated back yourself also.
इंटरेस्टिंग, तो रिस्पॉन्स की बात है। अच्छा मरियम, एक तो हमने बात कर ली रिस्पेक्ट के एलिमेंट की कि हम लोगों से बात किस तरह करते हैं। अच्छा, इसके अलावा भी कुछ एलिमेंट्स हैं रिस्पेक्ट के, फॉर एग्जांपल रिस्पेक्ट ऑफ टाइम। आपको क्या लगता है
Yeah.
कि वक्त के हिसाब से व्हाट डू यू थिंक जनरेशन जी इज डूइंग about respecting of time? You must have noticed in your school, in your circle, everything. What about that? उसके बारे में क्या लग रहा होता है मरियम about respect about time?
I guess आजकल because हम लोग इतनी we live in a world where we are predominantly living with electronics and in a very modern technological kind of world, तो हमारे लिए टाइम बहुत फ्लूइड सा हो गया है। तो हम लोग एज सच रियलाइज नहीं करते कि यार पूरा दिन गुजर गया और और लाइक इतना टाइम पास हो गया। और इफ उस मामले में रिस्पेक्ट कैन कम इन, लाइक अगर किसी ने बोला कोई काम कर दो एंड देन यू से कि हाँ कर रही हूँ या कर रहा हूँ, एंड यू नेवर
I guess there's slight internet issue from Marian's end. Let me pass this question to
Basic,
Yahya. जी याया कुछ कहेंगे
okay.
आप प्लीज कहिए। कहिए
Basically,
याया।
I agree with her because आजकल we like जब हमें for example in our school lives अगर Friday को homework दिया है for next Friday, we will always do it on late Thursday night because we won't do it on the same day as it's given. So हम
Right.
हमेशा यही कहते हैं, it's sad but हम हमेशा कहते हैं कल हो जाएगा, 2 दिन बाद हो जाएगा, just chill, sit back. So I think her point is
I would
acceptable and right.
जी कैस।
I would also like to say one thing, like many people right now are not respecting time during the crisis. They have a lot of time right now, but I'm sure people who are not spending time with the family even right now, just staying by themselves. When this coronavirus gets over, they'll miss this time because they're not respecting whatever's
Yeah,
happening right now.
true.
ब्यूटीफुल 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 कैस, बहुत अच्छी बात कही मरियम। आप कुछ कहेंगे about respect about time?
Yeah, I'm so sorry, थोड़ा
That's
connection
all right.
lose हो गया था. But what I was trying to say is कि generally, I mean, right now even we don't like pay attention कि हम ये use कर रहे हैं वक्त as a way of just lazing around and not really doing anything. I mean, circumstances are very grave, so I can understand everybody's not going to be at the top of their game. But when, for example, someone asks you to do something और आप बस कह देते कि हाँ कर रहा हूँ या कर रही हूँ, and instead of doing it, you just prolong it. It's sort of like you don't have a value of your time, and then by not doing what people say or by not valuing what they're saying, almost like आप उनको respect नहीं कर रहे. I don't know if this is making sense,
It
but
does. It
it's sort
does.
of like कि आपको you need to value the things around you, and by doing that you're sort of valuing the you're valuing the people around you. And I guess that ties into respect. If you don't value the person, why would you respect them?
इंटरेस्टिंग। तो
Yeah,
कहीं ना कहीं
true.
अगेन से एलिमेंट वही आ जाता है कि उस इंसान की वैल्यू नहीं की जा रही है कहीं ना कहीं से।
Exactly.
वो वैल्यू एलिमेंट नहीं है तो रिस्पेक्ट का एलिमेंट नहीं होता और ना ही उनकी बातों पे नजरसानी की जा रही होती है। अच्छा, एक और रिस्पेक्ट का एलिमेंट होता है, कैस, वो होता है रिस्पेक्ट ऑफ स्पेस। ये मेरी स्पेस है, ये मेरी चीज़ है, ये मेरी जगह है। उसके बारे में व्हाट डू यू थिंक रिस्पेक्ट ऑफ स्पेस?
Respect of space, someone basically needs some time to like relax. He needs his own time, and sometimes when people come in his space, the person gets annoyed and he does not respect that person, which causes many problems. So I think we should all understand each other because we should work together and we should give each other space.
या कितना मुश्किल होता है या कितना आसान होता है हमारे पेरेंट्स को ये बात समझना, रिस्पेक्ट ऑफ स्पेस?
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me
Your
now,
voice
Yahya?
broke. Yeah,
आवाज
yeah,
आ
now
रही
I can hear you.
है?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
asking यार कितना मुश्किल होता है या कितना आसान होता है पेरेंट्स को ये बात समझना, when we say respect of space, space की respect, what do you think?
Generally, it's hard for them because for them, you're still a kid. No matter if you're 35, 45, 55, they will always treat you as their own child. So
Yeah,
it is hard for them. So it is hard for them to understand, but sometimes they do understand. Sometimes they do okay. They give you space while you're growing up. They tend to do things that will encourage you to talk to them. They will do things that will encourage you to take space, and they will somehow respect your space. Yes, sometimes parents can be unreasonable, but वो मॉम एंड डैड है, आप उनको कुछ कह नहीं सकते, आप कभी भी उनको कुछ कह नहीं सकते.
क्यों रिस्पेक्ट होती है इसलिए?
Yeah,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
and because you love them, and you tend to respect their opinions, their understanding. So it's all cool now, I think.
Yeah, it's all cool now.
If I
Yeah,
may
yeah. जी
disagree
Mariam,
ever so slightly.
please, please.
So I mean, yeah, I understand आप कुछ कह नहीं सकते because they're your parents और respect करने की होती है, but I think you can talk to your parents and tell them how you feel without being disrespectful. I feel like that's the problem with I feel like desi parents वाला जो पूरा stereotype है, because ऐसा assume किया जाता है कि your parents don't. Yeah, I mean, of course, generational gap की वजह से it's difficult to now assume that your parents will understand everything we're going through. But I feel like we give our parents a lot less credit than they deserve, because आप उनसे बात भी तो कर सकते हैं. Like you can tell them कि okay, I'm whatever right now, I just need my own space. Please just respect that, you know. And you can say that without being बदतमीज and saying कि यार छोड़ दो ना अकेले types. I feel like, you know, there's like a difference in how you approach things, and it's communication that is very, very important.
Interesting. So communication is the key. What does it saying? Kes, what do you think when you talk about respect of space here? और जब space की बात कर रहे हैं, अच्छा एक तो parents का element होता है, एक siblings का भी element होता है, कि कई बार siblings भी भूल जाते हैं कि you know what, तो क्या हुआ वो मेरा बड़ा भाई है, छोटा भाई है, और he or she also needs space here, you know, and there is कहीं ना कहीं से compromise हो रहा होता है उस respect for space. What do you think about that, Kes?
Yeah, actually, I agree because my sister is actually 11 years younger than me.
Yeah.
So whenever I need some time, I usually don't get it because she always just wants to be with me.
Okay.
So you have to deal with it sometimes.
तो चलो वो तो बहुत छोटी है, बट बाकी के
Yeah.
आसपास क्या देखते हो? आसपास क्या देखते हो जहाँ इतना गैप नहीं है बहन भाइयों में?
Yeah, I think the ones who are older, they should try to understand each other. Like as Mariam said, she gave an example of talking to your parents. You should try to talk to your siblings and, you know, tell them that even you need space just like I need space. So these small things really matter.
Yeah, this really matter. एक सवाल आया हुआ है हमारे पास शाहिना का, एंड शाहिना बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग सवाल पूछ रही है. That is, should respect not be demanded? Respect demand करनी होती है? What do you think, Yahya?
I don't think respect should be demanded anyway, because it's something you yourself should be the judge of. You should know who to. I'm not saying कि आप किसी को disrespect करो, but आप हर बंदे को अपनी level की तरह आप उनको respect देना चाहते हो. So I don't think it should be, चाहे वो like if you're scolding a 5-year, if you're disrespecting a small 5-year-old, for him it will be a life lesson कि यार मुझे they're not listening to me. So I think it shouldn't be demanded. I don't think it should be demanded.
Kes, what do you think? Should respect be demanded or not be demanded?
It should not be demanded, but it should be earned. For example, there are two quotes or sayings. I'm not sure if I'm getting the wording correct, but it is what goes around comes around, and if you give respect, you gain respect. So if you gain respect, you will basically earn it. So there's no need to demand for respect, while you can just earn it simply.
You can earn it. Beautiful. You can earn it. Mariam, what do you think? Should respect be demanded, not be demanded? There's okay. So Mariam को दोस्तों को बताता जाए, Mariam के इंटरनेट में थोड़ी सी glitches चल रहे हैं, तो there's a little connectivity issues.
Can I give an example of
please.
of this
Yes,
answer?
yes.
For
Yes.
example, if you're the CEO of a company and you demand respect from your younger the people who work for you, I don't think it should be that way. I think you should be helpful towards them so they can respect him. Okay, you know, a such senior guy is stepping down, coming to our offices, coming to help us, helping with our assignments, or you know, anything. It should be earned. Like yeah, it should be earned.
It should be earned. Interesting. अच्छा जहाँ ये बात कर रहे हैं, Kes, again you said something very beautiful. What goes around comes around, and Farhad is also agreeing on that. Okay, first, this question has two parts. The first part is, Do you think we have a society where we really respect each other? Because you guys are growing up and you guys gonna take over the businesses, the society, you're gonna be in the leadership positions in 15, 20 years down the line. What are you seeing around you? Do you think we have a respectful society? And if not, what should we do to be a respectful society?
I think to some extent we are a respectful society,
Okay.
but not always. A
Okay.
basic example can be the beggars we see on the street. While some
Okay.
of us might be kind to them and say, "Okay, bye, please, यहाँ से चले जाओ," some of us might be rude to them and scream at them. So one of the basic things to have a respectful society and to sort this issue is to treat everyone equally.
Right.
So
Treating everyone
equality is the key.
equality is the key. Interesting. Yeah, yeah. What do you think? Are we a respectful society?
At times we can be a respectful society, but because of social media we come to see of so many clips, videos that people are disrespecting the cops, people are disrespecting the people who are beneath them in status. I think that's very sad to see, because if the younger lot sees this on social media, I think the impact on them left would be really, that it's okay to do this, but it actually isn't. For example, I saw a video that a guy was arguing arguing with the traffic police, even though when he was wrong, he didn't have a license, he was not wearing, he crossed a traffic signal. So we tend to argue on the smallest of things, just because we have a higher status. I think the best thing what we could do is to leave our egos and to let go of our angers at times when it is not needed.
Interesting. Let go of ego and let go of our anger too. And खास तौर पे हम बड़े लॉट में बहुत बड़ा मसला होता है कई बार कि चीज़ों को हम बहुत ज़्यादा लेके चले जाते हैं। मरियम सवाल ये पूछा
Yeah.
जा रहा है before you got disconnected. And there are two parts. Do you think we are living in a respectful society? And the second, Mariam, do you think if you're not living in a respectful society, what should we do to be a more respectful society?
Okay, I think respectful society mein are we living? I think it's a little bit of a debate, because when we're talking to people of our class specifically, or our specific gender, it's very respectful, very izzat di jati hai ek dusre se. You talk as if they're your equals, but I feel like, let's say you're talking to domestic help in school, or your maids or your drivers, तो एक certain condescending सी tone आ जाती है, which I've noticed a lot in my friends and in my relatives, कि मासी से बात करेंगे तो अलग तरह से बात करेंगे, लेकिन वही अपनी दोस्त से बात करेंगे तो अलग तरह से बात करेंगे. And I think oftentimes that's wrong, because मतलब after all you cannot expect like you need to treat people like I said पहले भी, कि you need to treat people the same way that you want to be treated. तो उनसे नीचा दिखाकर बात करने में कोई you don't obtain anything, right? And so I feel like कि oftentimes कोई भी छोटी मोटी चीज़ पर you show कि yeah you're beneath me almost. And I feel like कि उस context में we don't live in a respectful society, like when it comes to the patriarchal notions of, well, a man and his wife, or a woman and her servants, or any context of where there's some sort of pre-existing disparity society में. If you take those contexts, वो अभी तक I've noticed कि बहुत है, लेकिन in many contexts it's not as prevalent anymore. कि I know I've also seen like my mother and all, so I'm not कि मासी से उसी तरह से बात करनी है जिस तरह अपनी दोस्त से बात करेंगी या अपनी भाई से बात करेंगी. It's like you need to, I feel like we can very well go forward in that way, but I feel like कि आजकल इतना दिखता नहीं है इस तरह से.
Beautiful, Mariam, and that's really insightful, and it's very true, and it's very sad as well कि हम respect
It
बहुत
is, yeah.
नाप तोड़ देते हैं कि
Exactly. There's a lot of factors that affect it, and
Yeah.
I feel like कि इस तरह की चीजें हम इतनी अपने आप लोग, we call ourselves so much more developed and smarter as a species now, but we're
Yeah.
still exhibiting the same behaviors that we did 50 years ago. so it's a little disappointing almost, but it's also something that we need to identify and then build upon and change for the better.
Interesting, and that's very truly said. एक सवाल भी यहाँ पे आया हुआ है, and I would like to use this question first. Ask Yahya. Yahya, सवाल बहुत interesting है, और interesting ये है, अरहम सिद्दीकी is with us, and अरहम पूछ रहे हैं कि should respect be dependent on the emotion one feels at that very moment? कि मुझे अभी
Great
गुस्सा आ
question.
रहा है तो मेरे लिए बहुत justified है disrespectful होना. What do you think, Yahya?
I don't agree कि अगर आपको गुस्सा आ रहा है उसी वक्त तो आप रिस्पेक्ट ना दिखाएं. Everybody has their anger issues. Everybody has their mood swings. Almost सबको ही होते हैं. कभी किसी को गुस्सा आता है, कभी कोई स्पेस चाहता है. But that doesn't mean कि आप सामने वाले की रिस्पेक्ट ना करो. वही बात जो आप गुस्से में कर रहे हो, अगर प्यार से करोगे तो शायद आपकी बात मान भी ली जाए.
Completely agree, yeah.
The aggression and the anger will only make things bad, harsh, and it will just get ugly in some way. If वही तो just like I said, if we let our angers go at that very moment, we might see the better version of ourselves. And that's what the other person might see too, कि उसने अपना गुस्सा जाने दिया. So that's what I think should be done.
Completely agree.
Mariam, yeah, you want to say something on that, Mariam?
I agree with what Yahya said to a large extent. But I feel like कि अगर slip up हो जाता है, because after all we're humans, right? तो कभी-कभी गुस्से में बोल देता है इंसान things that they don't mean, or things that they don't want to, would not normally say if they were rational, right? I feel like having a cool head and not saying anything is a sign of maturity, and irrational बातें नहीं होती. But I feel like another way of showing that you respect someone even though आपने गुस्से में कुछ कह दिया is by acknowledging कि आपने कुछ कह दिया and then apologizing, because I feel like वो बड़ा मसला हो जाता है, because हम लोग इतने ईगोटेस्टिकल हो जाते हैं उस कॉन्टेक्स्ट में कि नहीं, हमने अक्ल दिखानी है, कहना है कि हम सॉरी नहीं बोलेंगे बिकॉज इसमें मेरी क्या गलती है. But I feel like कि so many conflicts can be avoided, and so many relationships and so many situations can be solved and eased out if someone is just willing to compromise slightly, because I feel like वो आपको सामने वाले को बताता है कि yeah, I know what I said was out of line, but I am still frustrated, or I am still annoyed by whatever the situation may be, but I want to fix it, and what I said may be wrong, and I apologize, and I still respect you in that way कि मतलब just because I still respect you, but conflict को solve करने की अभी भी ज़रूरत है. If that made any sense.
Interesting, yeah. And Kes, एक चीज मैं जानूंगा, Kes, I would like to have your opinion on this question and on the other question as well. This question is very interesting to me, especially in the month of Ramadan right now, where you get to see that people are much more frustrated than usual, irrespective of the COVID lockdown or not. Mushtaba का एक सवाल है, Kes. Mushtaba is asking, should everyone be respected? What if somebody is rude to you? Do you still have to be respectful?
Everyone should be respected, and if someone is rude to you, that doesn't mean you react back at them. I would like to compare this question to the last one. My answer for both of them will be to be patient, relax, stay calm, and be patient, and don't react, because being rude to someone is so contagious that if you are rude to someone, they grow anger within themselves and they are rude to everyone. This is like the COVID-19, it spreads. If you're rude to someone, it spreads.
ब्यूटीफुली एक्सप्रेस के जी, आपके रूड होना भी और रिएक्शन भी जो है वो उतना ही कंटेजियस है जितना कोविड-19 है. एंड वी गेटिंग सम रियली गुड कमेंट्स, एंड वी गेटिंग सम रियली इंस्पिरेशनल. Okay, so there are some other points as well that I want to take in forward. There's another comment here. Karamally is saying one should be concerned about their own actions, not based it on others' reaction. Hence, respect should be given whether the opposition is rude or not. And that's what Karamally said. What do you guys think? Agree? Disagree?
Agreed.
Agree.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah. Because
Gee.
I guess you lead by example, right? तो आप वही चीज़ करो जो आप expect करते हो, and if you can't tell others to be respectful when you're not going to behave the same way, so वो फिर hypocrisy हो जाती है. You're lying to yourself. You're being in an ideal world. Yes, you should respect others irrespective of how they behave with you, because I mean, why stoop to their level also, if you want to bring that context in it as well.
इंटरेस्टिंग. अच्छा, एक बहुत अच्छी वर्ड यूज किया आपने अभी, वो है हिपोक्रेसी का, मरियम. एंड माय क्वेश्चन इज अगेन फ्रॉम ऑल थ्री ऑफ यू. नाउ वी सी जनरेशनल गैप्स एंड ऑल दोज इश्यूज, एंड प्लस में मेरी माँ ने भी देखा होगा, मैंने भी देखा है, आप भी देख रहे हैं, मेरी औलाद भी देखी, तो वो तो देखता है, वो तो होगा, हमेशा रहेगा. जनरेशनल गैप विल ऑलवेज बी एन इशू एंड देयर विल बी फ्यू एक्सेप्शंस ओनली. अच्छा, जो रिस्पेक्ट की बात की है मरियम, द वर्ड यू यूज इज हिपोक्रेसी. Do you feel hypocrisy being observed or being practiced by our elders when it comes to respect? कि बड़ों की इज्जत तो करें जी, बड़ों की इज्जत करनी है, बच्चों की इज्जत करें ना, तो की फर्क पड़ता है, मेरी औलाद है, मेरा बच्चा है, and all that thing. Do you face similar situation आसपास अपने यहाँ पे?
Yes.
Yeah. Questions from all three of you. What do you guys think about that? Maybe.
I think if you listen to the younger generation, it might encourage them to speak up. कि कल को अगर उनसे कोई और argument करना चाहे, तो they're not just clueless. If they speak up and they have the encouragement from everybody, so they can speak for themselves and what they want to do, anything they want to say. Basically, so I think
100%.
kids need to be encouraged क्योंकि उनकी opinion matters for the future.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, Cass, what do you think? देखते हुए hypocrisy.
Yep. As Yahya said, talked about encouragement, I also feel that kids need to be motivated to speak for their actions and make sure that they have the confidence to do what they want. So yeah.
And बात करना लाजमी है, and बहुत अच्छी बात कही. And I guess that's the whole purpose of this Bizverds as well, कि we need to talk, and we need to talk to the younger generation. We need to talk to Generation Z, and we have another generation coming up, that is Generation Alpha, जो already आ गई है. So that is also there right now. When talking about respect, and again, जितने भी लोग हमें सुन रहे हैं, we are really grateful कि आपके comments आए जा रहे हैं, आप appreciate कर रहे हैं हमारे तमाम speakers को. There's a lot of appreciation for Cass's points, for Yahya's points, for Mariam's point. And we're talking about respect here. अब मैं ये जानना चाहूँ, because ये मौका नहीं मिलेगा, और मैं ये मौका यूज करना चाहता हूँ कि क्या एडवाइस देना चाहते हो हम बड़ों को इस वक्त रिस्पेक्ट खास तौर पे. Cass, I like to start from you. What advice you want to give it to us here?
Okay. So the adults that are maybe not so respectful, I would just advise them that it's never too late. You can still be our inspiration, give us advice, try to prove to us, do acts that define respect, as the younger generation is looking up to you guys.
Yeah, the younger generation is looking up to us. That's very true, Cass. Yeah. Advice for adults.
Advice for the adults, those who do not agree with this whole concept, I think they should not ask for respect. I think they should let their behavior speak, so the other person can respect them for who they are themselves. I don't think they should ask because we're elder to you, ज़्यादा experience है ये है, but you should not discourage the younger lot who want to learn from you. If you don't respect them, how will they learn and excel in life?
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, that's very true. Mariam, what do you think? Advice to adults, maybe.
Advice to adults. A lot of what I think I agree with Yahya in the context that discouragement is not going to get anybody anywhere. And by respecting us, you're encouraging us to take steps and to be the change in a way, right? Because we learn from the people around us, and predominantly, at least हमारे घरों में, at least for me, because everybody in my house is older than me, everybody I know and I'm in immediate contact with, they're influencing my behavior, right? So अगर आप वो behaviors exhibit करेंगे, and you can't expect your children to turn out any better than you if you aren't going to set the example. And so I feel cut your kids a little bit of slack in if they're not always being respectful, because they may have picked it up somewhere, and to behave in a way that you want them to as well, and be in an ideal world, if that
Beautifully
made any
said.
sense.
And there's an interesting comment here from Farhad, and he's saying, these are all words of wisdom that you all have shared, and some adults are probably embarrassed even right now. I hope they are embarrassed for us, and I hope they get to hear as well. शाहिना ने एक बहुत प्यारी बात लिखी है, and शाहिना कह रही है, जिस दिन हम ये समझ जाएंगे कि सामने वाले गलत नहीं, सिर्फ उसकी सोच हमसे अलग है, उस दिन जिंदगी के बहुत से मसाइल खत्म हो जाएंगे.
For
For
sure.
example, I would
Yeah, please.
okay.
Yeah, please.
Like there's this the thing I saw on social media. On a floor, there was a number 6 and a 9, and the person and two people were told to stand opposite each other. So it didn't really say anything, but it's just a difference of opinion. चाहे वो बस इतना था कि वो उसको उल्टा देखा था और वो उसको किसी और एंगल से, नंबर वो एक ही था. So I think everybody, because everybody is very different from everybody.
Interesting. That's very truly said. And जहाँ एक और सरदार बुखारी कह रहे हो, यही बहुत प्यारी एग्जांपल दी आपने कि एक को 6 दिख रहा था, एक को 9 दिख रहा था, और दोनों के हिसाब से दोनों सही है. But again, there's another question. Sardar Din Bukhari is asking. I do not know if my question is relevant, but let me take this opportunity on this platform. If you think you are free to choose, then how can you be free from the consequences of your choice? It was a relevant question, but maybe the question is open for all of you to answer.
I think you
I
learn
think-
from your experience, and unless you fall on your unless you fall down, the immediate step you should take is to stand back up, because that's how you learn. That's life. Nobody will guide you towards your way to the end. I think everybody has their own path they want to step on. So I think you learn from your experiences.
From experience,
And
that's what
along-
Yahya think. ठीक है, ऐसा कुछ कहे. I'll take your question too. Yeah.
Along with that, I would like to add, like, you should also plan before doing anything. Think before you say something. So you should be responsible for your choices. So that's why you should be sure that you plan everything before doing.
Planning is the key. Interesting. Mariam, you want to say something?
We've been given a brain and we've given rational thoughts. We've been given ideas. We are, the most knowledgeable of all of sentient beings. So I feel like that gives us this responsibility to uphold that to a certain extent. Yeah, you're free to choose what actions you take, but obviously those actions will have consequences, and you need to be sure and you need to make sure that those consequences are worth the action you're taking. So it's as simple as cheating on a test. You are free to choose between cheating and not cheating, and yeah, that cheating might get you a good grade, but is it worth it? And then उसमें फिर morality आ जाती है, like are your morals strong in terms of cheating on a test, or are your morals there only to criticize others who cheat on a test?
बहुत अच्छी एग्जांपल दी है. I'll share something very interesting about my childhood. कि जब ये चीटिंग का टेस्ट का होता था और जब हम एग्जाम से बैठते थे, तो हम एक वर्ड यूज करते थे कि हम चीटिंग नहीं कर रहे, हम हेल्प कर रहे हैं एक दूसरे की. So we being helpful to each other, and that's how we used to justify cheating while we were kids too. एक और interesting सवाल है. Shaina is being very active with us. Shaina पूछ रही है, is everything and everyone worthy of respect? Now that is interesting. Is everything and everyone worthy of respect? Guess what do you think?
I think everyone and everything is actually worthy of respect, as we all have our own opinions, we all have our own ways of looking at things, but that doesn't mean that we give someone less respect, we give someone more respect. We all are humans, and this is why I come back to my previous point that we need to have equality, because everyone deserves respect.
Interesting. Yeah. What do you think?
I think I would agree, because everybody has their own charm. So it's not necessary for you to recognize their charm, but everybody has their own sets of rules, opinions they would like to stand by, and they would like to be respected by. So I think everyone is worthy of respect. चाहे वो उसकी सोच गलत हो ना हो, बट वो उसकी सोच है. You are no one to comment on that, on their soch, but because it says, just respect it for him.
बहुत बहुत एक गोल्डन बात कही है याहिया, एंड आई रियली होप हम अडल्ट समझ जाएं ये बात कि दूसरों की सोच को उनकी सोच समझना चाहिए, ना कि उनका कैरेक्टर समझना चाहिए. मरियम, एवरीथिंग
Yeah.
एवरीवन वर्दी ऑफ रिस्पेक्ट.
For the most part, yes. I mean, agree with what Yaya said. Just because किसी की सोच अलग है उसका ये मतलब गलत नहीं है. You know, there's a difference between having a different opinion and having a wrong opinion. And I don't think a wrong opinion exists. And I think that's where the problem comes, because everybody assumes कि जो उनका opinion है, जो अलग है वो गलत है. But I don't agree. And I feel like for the most part, yes, everybody deserves the respect. After all, वो भी इंसान है, आप भी इंसान है, फंडामेंटली तो आप लोग दोनों सेम हैं. So I feel like you can't treat them any different. I mean, yeah, some people make really bad choices, serial killers, people who are on death row got there because they made bad choices, but I still don't think they're not worthy of respect, because even though they did pretty horrible things, you know, किसी के बेटे हैं, किसी की बेटी हैं, किसी के father, mother, sibling. I mean, everybody is always, I feel like a person is not just an individual. There are always people that you are associated with, and so you are respected also in terms of these people, right? So I mean, yeah, we may not particularly care for and respect the people who aren't doing good things, but you have to realize that they come from homes and families, and disrespect के नाम पे कोई उनके साथ बदतमीजी करना is not fair to them, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, and अच्छा इसी बात पे थोड़ा कंटिन्यू करते हैं. एक सवाल है, and again there are two parts of this question here. When we cheat, are we being disrespectful to our own selves? Number one. And if yes or no, then why do we adults fall victim to it? I'll start from you, Yahya.
Everybody has a subconscious, self-conscious. Every human being knows what they're about to do or what they're capable of doing. So yes, agar if they will know what they're doing, but sometimes it gets weird for the adults to do it at that age, because it's all in the end, it's all about experience. And if you get the tiny bits of experience from that, uh, 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 I think it's okay. I don't think it should affect your uh, uh, self-conscious at that time.
Interesting. Cass, what do you
I
think?
I think that when we cheat, when we cheat, are we being disrespectful to ourselves? Yes, we are being disrespectful to ourselves, because technically we are cheating ourselves by doing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
And adults and people fall victim to this probably because they don't want to repeat the mistakes that they made before. They want to do everything like perfectly. That's why they fall. They cheat.
तो कैस लोगों को रियलाइज होता भी है कि वो चीट कर रहे हैं अपने आप को? Do they even
Yeah,
realize it?
you sometimes you know that you're about to do something wrong. So
The
you know
subconscious
about
is
it.
active. The subconscious is
Yeah.
active. इसे
Yes.
अंदर का जो उसको ज़मीर कहते हैं वो होता ही है कि नहीं यार,
Yeah,
ये
you
जो मैं
know.
करने लगा हूँ ये धोखेबाजी है, ये फ्रॉड है, ये चीट है. Mariam, what do you think?
I think कि to a certain extent, if we're doing something like cheating, so I guess a lot of people, yeah, you might be disrespectful to yourself, but I think वो main motivation नहीं होती as to why people don't do it. I think
Yeah,
because
exactly.
at least from what I've observed around me, people aren't very self-respect इतना नहीं होता लोगों के पास. They value more what other people think and what other people will assume than what they themselves think. Self-concept इतना strong नहीं होता आजकल. At least हमारे generation में what I've noticed, you know, there's so much insecurity and so much lack of self-respect that the motivation for people not to do such things isn't self-respect. It's that किसी और को पता चल जाएगा और वो उनकी रिस्पेक्ट हमारे लिए कम हो जाएगी और उनकी आंखों में हमारे लिए इज्जत कम हो जाएगी. And I feel that a lot of times people fall victim still to doing all of this, even though they know that they're respect
wrong.
in both their eyes and in their peers' eyes will decrease is because fear of failure, right? क्योंकि हम इतने condition हुए में पैदाइश से कि you have to be the best, you have to do the best, you have to be on top of your game all the time. There is no room for failure and there is no room for being any less than 100%. And I feel like that carries on with us, you know, with our education systems, our workplace, everything is based on burning yourself out basically, right? So इसीलिए, I mean, you're forced sometimes, well, you're not forced, you're never forced, but you are motivated then to doing things that may not necessarily be morally correct because you don't want to fail and you want to be the best, and sometimes everything you're doing just isn't enough.
Interesting, Mariam, and that's interesting. Mustafa का एक सवाल है. Mustafa has asked, has dropped 3 comments, and I'm gonna quickly show those all 3 comments. Mustafa कह रहे हैं, when elders say, आजकल के बच्चे बहुत बदतमीज हैं. Why are the kids of today perceived as batamiz? And then, how can we change this perception? I'll start with you, Yahya. Batamiz hai bacche.
This this perception is only because we're different. Generation gap, it does come to a point where, you know, okay, for them, if it's normal, for us it'll be like, no, ये नहीं करना, cause हमारे लिए ये normal बात नहीं है. जो उनके लिए normal होगा वो शायद हमारे लिए normal ना हो. ऐसा ऐसा cause हमारी सोच है. I think it is justified for us to, you know, कि हम कुछ बातें अपने दिमाग के अंदर feed in ना भी करें तो it's fine.
बिल्कुल.
And
Yes, what do you think?
and
Yeah, continue, please, continue.
नहीं, I'm done.
Yes, बदतमीज बच्चे.
I think that's because the world is evolving so much and the generation has changed so much that nowadays social media is used a lot by kids, and we also have a lot of electronic gadgets. So we look at things a bit differently. We have higher expectations. So that's a whole different thing. We can change this. We can change this perception by trying to understand how the kids of today sees things. How do their thoughts differ from the people previously?
Interesting. उनको समझने की बहुत जरूरत है. मरियम.
आजकल के बच्चे बदतमीज हैं, ये हमारे माँ बाप ने भी सुना होगा उनके टाइम पे, ऑनेस्टली, बिकॉज पेरेंट्स एंड चिल्ड्रन के बीच में हमेशा एक डिस्पैरिटी होगी. एंड वी आर स्पेसिफिकली आवर जनरेशन जहाँ पे सबसे ज़्यादा टेक्नोलॉजिकल चेंज आई है, राइट? सो वी हैव द मोस्ट रिसोर्सेज ओपन टू अस एंड वी कैन लुक अप ऑन एवरीथिंग. वी कैन लुक अप एंड वी हैव सो मेनी things open to us to look into, which then, you know, which is sort of the reason why we are a little bit more aware of things and where we become mature a little faster as well, a little earlier in our age ke jahan pe hamare parents started doing things when they were 18 or 19 or 20 or maybe even older than that, hum log 13 14 15 par kar rahe hain, you know. And that tends to happen with all of the modern change, and वही change थोड़ा सा कम हुआ होगा, लेकिन वही change हमारे parents ने भी notice किया होगा. And it's sort of that our parents don't understand this change and how we can be this mature this fast almost. And I feel like वो फिर disparity जो आती है in trying to maintain a little bit of control over your children, the same way your parents maintain control over you, I guess that idea then you start projecting onto your kids. And I feel like by you can change that perception to a certain extent. इतना ज़्यादा तो कर नहीं सकते, because आपकी आंखों में बच्चे बदतमीज रहेंगे तो कोई भी छोटी मोटी चीज़ में, एटलीस्ट आई फील लाइक अगर हम कभी पेरेंट्स बनेंगे तो हमारा भी यही परसेप्शन होगा, बिकॉज हमारे टाइम में हमारे चिल्ड्रन विल बी डूइंग थिंग्स दैट आर कम्प्लीटली डिफरेंट टू हाउ वी ग्रू अप, बिकॉज सोसाइटी चेंजेस एवरी मिनट ऑफ एवरी डे, एंड दैट परसेप्शन कैन बी चेंज्ड बाय आवर पेरेंट्स trying to think about what we're thinking and trying to consider how we're behaving, but it also can be changed if we try and consider how our parents grew up and trying to explain to them कि हाँ आप लोग भी हमारी position में थे, we get that, but हमारे times और आपके times थोड़े different हैं, and while you may have grown up with a different set of values and beliefs, we grew up with a different set, and trying to, again, I guess it all comes back to communication and trying to, you know, tell other people what you're thinking without crossing lines and saying that they're wrong.
True
I
that.
would like to I would like to add to this. For example, I don't think if it's जैसे because we're more advanced as a generation, we have every resource open to us. पहले के जमाने में जैसे अगर आप देखो कि तीन ही प्रोफेशन होते थे, या तो आपका बेटा डॉक्टर, इंजीनियर, आर्किटेक्ट होता था, उसके अलावा आई डोंट थिंक, एंड पेरेंट्स यूज्ड टू एनफोर्स दिस ऑन देयर किड्स कि जबरदस्ती यही करना है आपको, चाहे उसके अंदर उसकी खुशी हो, कुछ भी हो, दे आई डोंट थिंक इट मैटर एट दैट टाइम, but I think that's good for us as a generation, because we can explore our own options,
Yeah,
because we will find our way to do things which will make us happy. A
Yeah,
job that
for sure.
a job that not might be not have a high based salary, but it may give you uh, uh, happiness, joy, and you would get up uh, every day just to go to work. I mean, that's happiness and that's satisfaction that people should go forward to and look forward to.
Yeah,
interesting.
I agree for sure, because I mean
Yeah,
हमारे parents भी तो इन्हीं value systems के साथ grow up हुए हैं that they expect us to follow, and we can't blame them because उनके parents ने उन्हें ये सिखाया है, ये certain values सिखाई हैं कि बड़ों से बात बड़ों को जवाब नहीं देना, या कोई चीज़ में उनकी बात मानना, or whatever the situation may be. So I mean, we can't really hold it against them for expecting the same of us that their parents expected of them. But I feel like with the open
interesting.
resources, I feel like they can have the same um, outlook towards life as we can now, which is what the thing is, right? Because वो लोग ये सब चीज़ें 45-35 years पे experience कर रहे हैं, जो हम 15 पे 16 पे experience कर रहे हैं. And I feel like by making them realize that it's not necessarily a bad thing is where we can bridge that gap.
Yeah, and bridging the gap is important here. Thank you so much, Yahya. Thank you so much, Kaz. Thank you so much, Mariam, for being here with us today. Before we finish our show, I would like to have a closing remark from all three of you. So we talked about respect. We talked about respecting of others. We talked about respecting of time, respect of culture, respect of values, respect of generation, respect of the historical professions. What Yahya mentioned. So there's a lot of conversation that we end. And how you think it should move forward. I'll start with you, Kaz. And how you think it should move forward. I'll start with you, Kaz, first.
I didn't actually hear the question.
Yeah,
The screen was frozen.
Closing remarks from you. आपकी अब मेरी आवाज कट गई थी, अब आप लोगों को आवाज आ रही है मेरी? Can you all hear me now?
yes.
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 Perfect. Your closing remarks of the entire discussion today. Your message to everybody out there who's watching us. I'll start with you, Kaz.
My message to everyone out there that it's never too late. You can still be respectful, and you can do small basic things to define your respect. For example, opening the door for someone, giving someone a seat to sit on, opening the door for someone, saying please, thank you, sorry, greet people. These basic things mean a lot to some people. So my closing remarks are like, thank you for having me here talking about respect, and I'm really glad to hear about Yahya and Mariam's remarks also, their ideas on respect.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Kaz, for sharing such insightful points. Mariam, your closing remarks. So everybody who's
First
watching.
of all, thank you for listening to all the stuff I have to say. मतलब, काफी times I went a little bit off topic, but thank you. I think my main that is treat people how you want to be treated, treat people with kindness, and how treat your servants right, treat everybody the way that you expect to be treated and you demand to be treated, because if we don't, then what makes us better than that person we criticize for talking back to his parents or his wives or his children, or and respect is something that you can't just have. But I think it's important for everybody to realize कि just because हम लोग अलग हैं, इसका ये मतलब नहीं है कि हम सही हैं in all contexts. And I think communication is the key, that we need to learn to have rational, calm conversations where not necessarily one person is right and one person is wrong, but where both of them are right and both of them are wrong. And I think that's the only way we can prosper as a society.
Interesting. Thank you so much, Mariam, for being here, and of course, for those wonderful points that we have shared. Ji Hayya.
I would just like to say I think every child needs a platform like this. Every kid should have this kind of platform that we had, the all of us had right now, to speak up and to say what we think that can make us a better uh, society, nation, and to make ourselves um, really good human beings. And I hope it's insightful towards the people that are li- listening to us, that uh, the generation gaps won't matter if you just try and listen and respect the other person. I think all of this will go away if you just respect the other person who is younger or elder. It won't. I don't think it will mm, matter. I don't think it will matter.
Thank you so much, Aya, for sharing that point as well. And again, once again, thank you so much, all of you, for being here with us. And people who are still watching us right now, now we have heard them. We have heard what Generation Z thinks. And this is not difficult to talk to Generation Z. And but a lot of you use the word kids. I would never use the word kids because why to call them kids? Because they are young adults now. They are looking after our future now, and we need to either it's respect, either it's compassion, either it's gratitude, either it's forgiveness. हम वही उनको बता सकते हैं, क्योंकि कहना बहुत आसान है चीज़ों के ऊपर कि रिस्पेक्ट करें, और एक्शन एक्चुअली हमारे बताएंगे कि हमें करना क्या चाहिए. एंड जो बात मरियम ने बहुत खूबसूरती से कही थी about hypocrisy, I have seen it. I'm sure you must have seen it as well. There are a lot of adults out there जो कहते कुछ हैं और करते कुछ हैं. जो कहने को तो बहुत कहते हैं कि हाँ जी रिस्पेक्ट करें, सब कुछ करें, मगर खुद कभी करने नहीं होते. And maybe that's a guidance for all the adults out there. कि हमेशा इन बच्चों को सिर्फ बताना नहीं होता, हमेशा हमारे यंग वंस को सिर्फ बताना नहीं होता, उनसे सीखना भी होता है. एंड ट्रस्ट मी, बहुत कुछ सीखना होता है. एंड इस कोविड-19 ने बहुत सारे पेरेंट्स को एक्चुअली अलाउ किया है कि अपने बच्चों से जूम सीखें, अपने बच्चों से सॉफ्टवेयर सीखें, अपने बच्चों से आईपैड पे, लैपटॉप पे, वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंसिंग, सब कुछ सीखें. एंड दैट इज़ ब्यूटीफुल. But do not only learn these things, because what I've heard today, I would say कि golden words से मैंने बहुत सी चीज़ें ऐसी आप लोगों से सीखी है. When Kes talked about being calm, when Kes talked about being polite in nature, ये वो चीज़ें जो हम जहाँ जाके ट्रेनिंग्स में सिखाते हैं to grown up people for 30 years old, 40 years old, 50 years old. And here is a kid of 16 years old actually telling you कि ये करना सीखो, आपके मसले सॉल्व हो जाएंगे. Similarly, जो हम बात कम्युनिकेशन की करते हैं, हम अक्सर अपने ट्रेनिंग्स के अंदर, अडल्ट कॉन्वर्सेशंस के अंदर, वहाँ मरियम बता रही है कि कम्युनिकेशन इज द की, that this generation Z can tell us and actually tells us on what needs to be done. The choice is ours at the end of the day. And yes, Funverks Media पर आज आप पहली बार आए तो please subscribe करना मत भूलिएगा. Do press the bell icon. हमारा next Thursday we have another Teen Talks due, and we have more things coming up. And yes, this thing will continue. Do please have issue. Yep. Am I back? Am I audible?
Yes.
All of you?
Yep. Yes.
Okay. मेरा इंटरनेट भी थोड़ा सा मस्ती कर रहा है अब. But yeah, closing remarks. Thank you so much for being here with us. अगर Funverks Media पे आप आए हैं पहली बार तो सब्सक्राइब जरूर कीजिएगा, बेल आइकन जरूर प्रेस कीजिएगा, and stay in touch, stay connected with all of us. हम सबके नाम यहाँ मौजूद है, so feel free to add us on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and connect with us and hear from us as well on what do you think the future holds for us. Thank you so much, Yahya. Thank you so much, Mariam, and thank you so much,
Thank
Kes, for
you.
being here with us. And
Thank you.
अपने बहुत बहुत ख्याल रखिएगा जो लोग अपने देख रहे हैं. You both of you please take very good care of yourself. Kes कुछ देर के लिए I guess उनका इंटरनेट डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया है, but we have only 1 minute now. So yep, take care of yourself. बहुत ख्याल रखिए अपना बहुत सारा, and wishing all of you Eid Mubarak in advance. ख्याल रखिए अपना बहुत. Take care.
आपको भी.
Take care.
You too.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Allah Hafiz. Allah Hafiz.